So it's a new season, it's a new fragrance by Tom Ford. This one is called MYRRHE MYSTERE. This is obviously a myrrh-based fragrance. It has vanilla, sandalwood, musk. It's creamy, it's incensey, it's brand new, and I think it's perfect for the fall and winter. I'm excited to give you my thoughts on this brand new designer fragrance, so make sure to stay tuned. Before I begin today's episode and I give you my thoughts on the brand new MYRRHE MYSTERE by Tom Ford, a myrrh mystery, mysterious myrrh, whatever the translation is, I don't speak French, I apologize. I want to start the video off first by saying that if you're a fan of fragrance related content, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, give this video a thumbs up. It would really mean a lot to me. So here we have the brand new Tom Ford fragrance. I always get excited when Tom Ford comes out with a new fragrance because I have so many favorites is what I meant to say. I love Noir de Noir, Oud Wood, Tobacco Vanille. There's just too many to count. Even some of the fresher offerings here, we're exploring some darker territory. Of course, you have several different varieties of myrrh on the market. You have a Papanax, which is also known as sweet myrrh, and then you have bitter myrrh, which actually smells quite rubbery. I'm not a fan of it, and there are some bitter myrrh fragrances on the market. This one, on the other hand, has a sweet tone to it because, like I said, there is vanilla in here. In any case, I'm excited to give you my full comprehensive thoughts on the smell and what I get from it, all around performance, longevity comparison, so on and so forth. Let's start things off with a quick look at the presentation first. Right in the opening of this fragrance, you are going to get the namesake of the perfume. But to be honest with you, there's also this sweet tone kind of lingering underneath everything. Now, this is not a gourmand fragrance in any stretch of the imagination. Of course, you think of fragrances like Noir de Noir. That fragrance has that chocolatey patchouli vibe, and that one is actually a lot more sweet leaning than this one is. And of course, even with Amber Absolute, you have a great deal of vanilla in this fragrance as well. And of course, we know that amber is a combination of vanilla and resins, and here you do have the resin of myrrh. For me personally, myrrh is a really meditative, grounding, resonant type of an ingredient, and I'm personally a huge fan of myrrh. Of course, I have it in fragrances like Jubilation 25 by Amouage. There's a lot of other myrrh and frankincense-based fragrances that I have in my collection that I love wearing when the weather starts to get a little bit cold outside. Here with this fragrance, you have the combination of myrrh, vanilla, and sandalwood. The sandalwood makes it smooth, creamy, no rough edges. The vanilla also kind of adds this dulcet tone to the composition. And of course, the myrrh in there, the myrrh is phenomenal. It's very high quality. It gives off that ambery personality, and 100% this fragrance is a cousin to Amber Absolute. I don't know if I would go as far as to say it's a sibling to Amber Absolute, but it certainly is a cousin to it because it's fit for the same scenarios, the same occasions, the same situations. So for me personally, that means not really casual. Formal occasion is fantastic. Colder weather, perfectly unisex. Better for somebody a little bit older just because it conveys a sense of class and distinction, but I wouldn't say it's explicitly masculine or feminine. Had there been more agarwood or cedarwood or one of these woodsy ingredients that tend to lean a little bit on the masculine side as far as a lot of people's opinions are concerned, then I would have said, okay, I can see this one being a little bit too masculine. But we're talking sandalwood. There's a lot of wood, sandalwood and, cashmere wood and even Gaiac wood, right? They're perfectly unisex in my opinion. I think this is a hit from the brand of Tom Ford. I think another one is knocked out of the park. I think if you're a fan of amber fragrances, you really have to try this one. And a part of me is actually really happy that they didn't add patchouli because I feel like that's kind of overdone. And in this fragrance, it seems like the emphasis of it is really that high quality myrrh. And I'm very excited for you to try it. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. So first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, I don't think it's the most unique fragrance on the market, and I'm just being totally honest with you. It is a cousin to Amber Absolute, which is a Christophe Laudermiel composition. The overall smell, however, is very good. It is a little bit on the daring side of things. It's not a Neroli Portofino or a Mandarino di Amalfi or a Costa Azzurra or something like that. So please sample first. It's a bit on the heavy side of things. Longevity is 10 hours on my skin. Projection was amazing. For the first hour of application, it radiated within an arm's length. A skin scent right around hour 6.5 or 7. Elbows length scent 6.5 or 7. Skin scent right around hour 10. In terms of the versatility, I said formal, colder weather, somebody a little bit older, perfectly unisex. Presentation, I really like the color of the bottle. It's very sleek, elegant, and perhaps the bottle does have a bit of a masculine appeal to it, but it is unisex. My final verdict on this fragrance is it's an amazing amber incense fragrance. Tom Ford knocked it out of the park again, and I think this is going to be for fans of Amber Absolute. If you're looking for something a little bit more with an emphasis on myrrh, not so much on pine or frankincense or even vanilla, even though this one does have vanilla, it's kind of a secondary or even tertiary note right behind the sandalwood. So there's only a touch of sweetness, but it's a very well done amber fragrance. Look, thank you so much for joining me today. Are you excited to try this one? Have you tried this one already? If you have any thoughts or opinions on this, drop your comment down below. I always love to hear from you. And of course, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Your viewership really means the world to me. If you enjoyed this review, or if I gave you the opportunity to learn about a brand new fragrance today, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching. Love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.